Okay, guys, welcome. Day 2. Yesterday, we left off on the boss level. Group anagrams. Gotta do with 2D vectors. Yeah. So, we're just gonna get into it. We got a lot of things open, to be honest. I'm working on a Minecraft server, and I'm also doing, like, some other, like, work stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot going on my computer. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Okay, so let's just get started. Let's jump right into it. Of course, so we know that a group anagram is where you just group the anagrams together. Okay, you group them into a sublist. Okay, so for example, we got act and cat because these are anagrams of each other. Okay, so when you're trying to find one, how do you approach this? Okay, you go, all right, anagram. Let's go. Act. Okay. Pots. That's not even the same amount. Okay. No. Tops. That's not. Oh, this is nice. This? No. This? No. So if you were to do this, that would actually just be straight up O of n squared, which is not good, right? So how do we approach this? That's the question. It looks like we have to do like we can't just do one at a time. We have to do like this, but then when we look at this, we are taking into consideration these, because I'm assuming I recommended m times n. M is the number of strings. N is the length of the longest string. M is the number of strings. Yeah, because you're scanning it once, and then N is the length of the longest string. You're scanning it once, and then checking for each. Yeah. So what we have to do is I'm assuming we have to put all of this into like some sort of set. Well, this is kind of a set. It's just ordered. We just have to look at the first index of all of these. Okay. First index of all of them. Group them based off of that. Do that again on the second index, right? So this just seems like... So I don't understand... Because I always hear about unordered maps, but when are sets important? That's my question. I'm not sure. All I know is we start with the first letter of all of them. Compare. Well, wait, that doesn't even make sense. What am I saying? We start with... Oh my god, bro. I'd love to brute force this, but we can't. It would be so easy to brute force. It's always thinking outside of the box. Like, we have to think outside of the box, right? So, like... Like, it's kind of like we start with one group and then we split it according to what we see. So, like... We scan it once. We scan each one. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is rough. Okay, well, all we know is what we did for the anagrams is we did an unordered map per anagram, per pair. We can't do that for every single. And but it's saying the solution is literally if you went through the letter of every single one of these. Sorting them? Man, I know that. Bro, it's like I know that if we do an unordered map, of course it's going to give us like it's going to just give us the number of characters, right? But we're going to have to make one for every single. It's like we have to make a map of a map. That's what it seems like to me. Because you have to make a map for these, and then we have to make a map for all of them. Bro, this is hard. Since the character says A through Z, well, okay. God, this is hard. Then we can use this array as the key in the hash map to group them. Why would we do this if there's something called an unordered map? Maybe it's just arrays are quicker when like there's no like searching, I guess. Like to group them. In the hash map. So we have to make a hash map of the strings. So we load. But what would it be? What would the map even be? What would it consist of? I don't know, man. I gotta discuss this with my partners. There were many times I felt dumb because I couldn't even solve an easy problem, but now I'm able to solve medium level problems. Don't give up. Yo, I did not. Yo, spoilers. What? Is this like Python? Like, what is this guy talking about? Yeah, these are, oh my god, bro. Does everyone just use, like, is this Python or am I stupid? No. Wait, what is this? Oh god, this is hard. Yeah, use a hash map and then you split it and then sort it and then join it. So you split the string, sort it, and then you join them back together. So now, I see. Because they would be the exact same if you sorted them. That's okay, that's what this hint was getting at. Wait, so what if we just added up? Because an anagram will have the same letters, right? What if we just added up? We made an array for every single one and just added, we don't even need to make an array. We just add up the characters. Because it'll be the same value, right? Am I stupid? No, that wouldn't work. It's like saying 3 plus 4 equals 7, but then 2 plus 5 equals 7. Okay. Is A through Z. This is... Well, all we know is we have to scan through it. We have to scan through it, and as we scan through it, just where does the hash map come into play? When are you needing a hash map? I understand maybe like a set. I just don't know what the two like variables would be in a hash map. The key is a sorted version. Value is a list of strings belonging to the group. Iterate through each string. Sort the characters of the string to form a key. Okay. Append the original string to the list corresponding to the key. What does that even mean? Append the original string to the list. Sort the characters of the string. Okay, yeah, that would be the key. Now what's the value? Append the original string. So it's yeah, that's the value is part of, it's like an array. Yeah. So we would be making a hash map of type string comma vector string, right? And then we sort it. Now they have better ones, apparently. Hash table. So this is where the character stuff comes into play. Or the numbers of the characters. The index. Initialize. Whoa. E A T Wait, E. Why in the hell? Oh, wait, that's the index. Wait. Let's go back real quick. Eat. A. T. So it's gonna check this, and if that's the same, then it is an anagram, right? Because that's the same. Add T to what? What is adding T to? Add T to the hash map using its count tuple as the key. Oh, so the key is this giant array. The only issue I have is I just know vectors. I don't know arrays. See, that's something. I think it's straight up just like you just do like. It's just straight up like int 26 or like, you know. Right? Count. So the map would end up being, instead of string, it would be int 26. Wait. We need to set it to all zeros, right? Oh my god, bro. I don't know how arrays. Yo. Come on, bro. You don't got like some free one? Come on. Ah. Ah. Alright, we're chilling. Okay. How to make array of a size and set them all to 0 in C++. Int. Oh. Oops. See, man, I like vectors. Unordered map. It would just be int. Yeah, but that doesn't really make sense. How about making the type of key for a hash map be R26? You would just make it array int 26. What the hell? Gotta provide a... Man, what are you even saying at this point? But not unordered map? What are you talking about? What is happening, man? You make an unordered map of vector. Wait, so it's already a string and vector string? That's not a string, though. I don't want to spoil myself. For constant auto s in strings, so for every string in the string, you make a vector of a count and you set them all to 0. And then for each character in the string, you just make the count of the character minus a, of course. Which I honestly don't think that really matters, right? You could just straight up set the count to the character. Either way, they're going to be the same if it's, you know, right? And then you... So you make count. Every for loop, you're making a count. And then what? You just set... You push back result, and you put the key in it, which the key is you're turning count 0. 0. To string count 0. The first index of this entire vector. That doesn't make any sense. Oh. And then for all the other... Oh, you make a comma. What? Oh, the string... This is a string. Bruh. Why do plus plus I? Oh. Okay, I think I'm understanding now. So we start with, okay, we have this. For each one we make, we have to make a vector of count that is 26, 0. And then, okay, you know what? I don't mean to be LARPing the solution, but what happens if I just did string s and strings? What would happen? Okay, and then I just make a for char c and s. We added to the count c, right? Fuck it. Why not? I'm curious how that goes. Okay, and once you add, oh, wait. You have to add, yeah. And then after that, you have to do MP. The hell? Key. Oh, so you're making an entire string and then appending string count 0, and then you continue doing for C. Does that make any sense? Oh my god, I'm throwing, man. I'm LARPing this solution so bad. We just do key plus equals the comma plus to string count I. Yo, what the why do I keep doing that? This is a difficult episode, guys. I don't know how I'm feeling. This isn't making me feel good. I'm kind of just LARPing the solution. And P of key. And then we push this back. We push back the string. That's it for that. But then, okay, so we have the map with the key. Now we need the result. Out. Man, just show me it. Pair.second. Because result. Push back. And res. For each pair in the map, you push back the second. What the hell? Whatever, bro. I don't care anymore. Parent res. No. Oh my god, I'm LARPing. Man, this is bad. Return out. If it's wrong, I'm assuming it's either this or the I. Overflow. Okay, this caused the overflow. You might say. Did I do it? At what cost? I don't feel good about this solution. If I got asked this interview tomorrow, would I remember this? Because a lot of this was just looking at that solution. Well, let's see. Make a hash map. All right, so group anagram. Okay. We get all the anagrams. We have to group them into their own groups. So the 2D vector, we start with making an unordered map that is the with the string being the list of zeros and ones of all the characters in the alphabet. Okay. And then we have vector string being I think I messed this up. I messed up the explanation. String. No, I am right. I'm right. I am right. Okay, yeah, so that would be that. So this is what was confusing me, is the fact that the string I thought was a vector, but it really isn't. It's just a string, right? So we have a big string, and then our vector string is actually going to be our list of strings that fit the zeros and ones, right? So we first make a loop that iterates through all of the strings. Okay, and during each loop, we are making a new array of the zeros and ones, right? And for each character within each string, we are just, we are oh my god. We are increasing by 1. I forgot the word. We're increasing the count by 1, or whatever the, yeah. Wherever the character is. And then we turn this vector into a big string. This is just a whole 2-string statement where we have to first start with the 0 without the comma, and then for the rest we need the comma before it with the character or number. And then we simply push back the string with that corresponding thing. Okay, and then once we're done with that and we have the unordered map full of the lists, we just have to, because this map is a pair. We have first and second, right? Right? So we're making the output string, and we are making a pair, right? So each pair in MP, we are pushing back. We are putting into wow, this is weird, bro. Okay, I realized that the second of the pair is going to be just the array of strings, which makes sense. So if you're just pushing back the array, you're going to have a 2D array, and that's how you get it. All right, I understand. It took me 40 minutes to understand, but yeah, I get it now. This is for tomorrow. That was a pretty hard one. I kind of messed up a little. I was looking at solutions, kind of sad, but I didn't understand it. And now I do. I know how it works. You know, you put all the characters into an array, you know, turn the characters into ints in a big array. All right. Put it into a big array. Yep. Thanks for watching.